Hey guys, welcome back to the Project B-Ball podcast. My name's Kyabarsi.
My name is Maanav. In this week's episode, we're going to talk about the All-Star game. Akarsh, what's your reaction to the skills event? Because that was the first one, the skills challenge.
That was pretty surprising that a center won that. Bam Adebayo, he played phenomenally in that challenge. Obviously, defeating Spencer Dinwiddie with that three-pointer. It was pretty cool to see a big man win the skills challenge. Pretty refreshing. I mean, he has a really good skill set. He's a good passer. He passed really well in that challenge, and he shot well. And he was surprisingly really fast, from each side of the court.
Yeah, I don't think he beats Dinwiddie. I think he beats Sabonis in the final round.
No, not the final round, the first round.
Oh yeah.
He beats Spencer Dinwiddie, who had won it last year.
True. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know Bam can shoot outside. I knew he was very good at passing and inside stuff, but
yeah,
I was surprised from his three-point ability this time. It's interesting that a big man won it. I guess it adds a new mix to this event now. It used to be all guards were winning this event. Now a 7-footer can now go out and win this. It's very interesting. There's nothing else to talk about for this thing. Let's go on to the three-point contest.
Yeah.
So my prediction was Duncan Robinson to win it, but that didn't happen. Buddy Hield, Booker, those guys came out. People were blitzing, winning these things. Scoring 20 points used to be kind of rare in three-point contests. These guys are getting it on the daily now.
These guys are getting it easily. And I think Devin Booker was playing with a little bit of that anger for not being in the All-Star game originally. So, that might have played a factor, but Buddy Hield won that really well. He played, it was pretty clutch, too. Devin Booker didn't have, a lousy score in the final round. Buddy Hield just outshot him. And Devin Booker would have won that on any given night as well. But Buddy Hield, that night, he played really good. And I think Buddy Hield's a phenomenal shooter in the NBA as well. And he has, many more years of excellence to come.
Yeah, the scores are getting very high now. Karsh, what do you think?
And what do you think about the new Mountain Dew shot in the three-point contest, where if you shoot it from there, it's worth 3 points?
Yeah, it's actually a good idea. I just the fact when people go around right there in rhythm, but now when they have to few steps back, now they're a little out of rhythm and they still have to take that shot and go into the other one.
That's true.
They got extra 10 seconds too, so
I think some people actually skipped that shot. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think some people actually skipped that shot during the contest.
No, I don't think some people exactly skipped it. Some people forgot about it and went back to it. That's what happened.
Oh yeah.
Then people are getting very good at shooting. It's crazy. I remember a few years ago, a 22 would win the contest for you. Now you need a 30 almost to win this thing.
Exactly.
Now we're gonna talk about a dunk contest. D-Wade, come on, bro. Come on, he jumped
Aaron
over
Gordon
7
won
foot.
that easily.
He jumped over a 7'5" dude and lost.
Yeah, that's facts. I mean, it's not again, Derrick Jones Jr.'s dunks were lousy or anything, but Aaron Gordon just blew everyone out of the park. Because you've never seen the dunks that Aaron Gordon's done. His creativity was on another level. Where have you seen a dunk where a guy throws it off the side of the backboard and someone else catches the ball and does a 360 one-handed windmill? Where have you seen that? He doesn't even touch it with his second hand, and that dunk got a 50. But the dunk of him jumping over a 7'5" dude got a 47 for grazing his head. And that's just mind-boggling to me.
If I remember a few years ago, 50 points, Blake Griffin jumping over a car got him 50, and this dude jumped over a freaking 7'5" dude.
He jumped over the hood of the car too, and then that got 50 points. And now this guy jumps over a 7. How high is the hood of a car? Let's see. Maybe 4 or 5 feet max.
4, 6 feet, something like that, max.
This dude got penalized for grazing the head of a 7'5" dude.
one thing I noticed, a lot of Derrick Jones Jr. dunks were like through the leg windmills, but just from different distances.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and then also if you add up all of Aaron Gordon's points and add up all of Derrick Jones Jr. points, Aaron Gordon wins that easily. So like,
But just the final round rule. Kendrick Perkins had an interesting idea about the dunk contest where he said that the judges should be dunk contest champions. I think that's a good idea.
yeah, and we can't have people like D Wade, who's biased to the Heat.
Yeah.
D Wade, I love the dude, but like, come on, Aaron Gordon should have won that easily.
Yeah. What do you think about his retirement, like his jersey retirement ceremony?
Well deserved. He
Yeah, well deserved for sure.
their best shooting guard of all time. I'm not gonna compare him to others because I said I'll stop doing that. But like, he meant a lot to the Heat.
Wait, did you just say he's the best shooting guard?
I said third.
Huh?
I said third.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, he means so much to Miami. He's just the culture. He. When you think of the Miami Heat, you think of D Wade.
Yeah, that's true. He's easily the best Miami Heat player of all time. I'll give him that.
That's not even a discussion.
Huh?
Wait, is it a discussion that D Wade's the best Miami Heat player of all time?
I don't really think so.
There was LeBron who won 2 on the Heat, 2 MVPs, 2 championships.
It's again like he's the most iconic player to ever play for the Heat. Let's be honest. When you think of the Heat, you think of Dwayne Wade. Again, it's that Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant discussion. When you think about when you think about the Thunder, who do you think about? Russell Westbrook or Kevin Durant?
Westbrook,
right?
yeah.
But I mean, in some instances, you think about both. Obviously, Kevin Durant is the better player, the best player to ever play for OKC. However, you regard Russell Westbrook as Mr. OKC for sure.
So that's why you call D Wade Mr. Heat or wherever, Mr. Miami, wherever you called the Flash.
Yeah.
He had an amazing 16-year career, right? I think
I'm pretty sure.
16-year.
Yeah.
I wish he went to the playoffs last year. He would have done.
His last season was amazing as well.
Yeah, I really wish he was in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got his well-deserved number 3 retired, and yeah. Next, we're gonna talk about the game, which to me was very enjoyable. I watched the whole thing, and I was just like, I couldn't take my eyes off it. How about you?
Yeah, it was definitely an amazing game. Nail biter, for sure. And the new format was really fun to watch. I wonder if they're going to do it next year as well. I think they should, because they've already renamed the All-Star MVP to the Kobe Bryant MVP award. So I think it would be nice to stick with this format, just to keep honoring Kobe for the years to come.
Yeah, so apparently...
And his legacy.
Yeah, apparently, so Chris Paul told Adam Silver about this idea, and then they after the Kobe and this idea evolved for the All-Star game. Excellent idea by CP3. The defense in that fourth quarter was unbelievable. Like, dude, these guys.
Yeah, seeing people play defense in an All-Star game was pretty crazy, and I hope they do this and carry on Kobe's amazing legacy. So yeah.
Yeah. So the game was very close. LeBron, Kawhi, those guys did their stuff. Giannis played well. Not too good in the fourth quarter, but like he did his stuff. Kyle Lowry was just like funny. My guy, he was getting charges.
Yeah.
And then Davis claimed that he missed the first free throw just to put pressure on himself. That we all know that's some BS.
Yeah.
You either make it, or miss it. You're not missing anything on purpose like that.
Yeah.
But do you think with this new format, do you think it should end on a free throw? That's what people are complaining about a little bit.
Not sure. What do you think?
I think like this is like a pickup style ball, right? Like you play up to like 21 or 24 or whatever, right? And
yeah,
I never played with free throws, so I guess a field goal would make it nice. Like imagine the moment, like they said the play was for Kawhi to
would definitely make it like really nice.
Yeah, the last play,
enjoyable game for sure.
the last play of the game, LeBron said they were trying to do the Kawhi versus 76ers last final shot. Imagine like Kawhi does that, something that would have been fire. Instead of Davis saying that, I missed the first free throw, so I can put more pressure on myself for the second one.
Sure.
That doesn't make a good story, but I rather like it be one on a game winner, like LeBron hits a game winner, or like Giannis hits a game winner, or someone like that hits a game winner.
That would definitely make the game a lot more interesting and intense. And I love that they played for a good cause and for charity as well. And all the proceeds went to charity. How much money? I think it was like $400K went to charity of Team LeBron's choice.
Yeah.
Or was it LeBron? Was it just LeBron's choice or the whole team's choice?
I think it was LeBron's choice.
Yeah. And then even the losing team got, I think, like $100K towards a charity.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. They're helping out the community as well.
Yeah, so Giannis said that his team is also donating another $100K to that charity, so it's a great thing from Team Giannis to also invest their own money. It's great causes, everyone. The All-Star game, I hope they'll do it next year. I kind of wish the captain system can be kind of changed. I don't want to see LeBron and Giannis for the next 2 years.
Yeah, that's so true. It's going to get really repetitive now.
It's going to get really boring. It's just going to be LeBron choosing Davis.
It'll be LeBron and Giannis for the next couple of years unless like the NBA changes something. Because LeBron is like a shoe-in and Giannis is quickly emerging. Well, he's already like a top like 3 player in the NBA. So his popularity is through the roof, I'd say.
And LeBron's just gonna be the captain regardless because everyone's gonna vote for him.
Yeah, everyone votes for LeBron. Yeah.
Yes, I wish there was a different way to make these teams for a drafting system. I can't think of any idea on the top of my head, but like I just don't want to get this too repetitive. Yeah. So now we're gonna talk about like the recent changes for the NBA currently, like. The Rockets were able to pick up Jeff Green and DeMar Carroll, which helps out their 3-and-D players. They add more players, and they can still continue playing small ball. Now they have actual depth on that team, so it's not. It used to be like a 7-man rotation. Now I feel like they can have like 9 people play in the playoffs, and they'll be fine. Everyone can play defense. Everyone can shoot a 3, and everyone can do their things for that small ball lineup. What do you think?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's a good pickup for the Rockets for sure. That'll just improve on their small ball lineup. They're getting great defensive players along with, they can all shoot 3s, obviously. That'll just make their team a lot better, those moves. And I recently went to the Warriors versus Rockets game. In that game, the Warriors got blown out like crazy. And the Rockets played pretty well in that game. So, yeah. I think this addition will just put them over the top. For sure. I also saw an interesting report on why James Harden should be shooting some mid-range shots. What do you think about that?
I actually like James Harden shooting mid-rangers because I remember last year.
He can get them really easily if you think about it. His footwork and speed and quickness, just like moving that step back to the 12-foot range would just make his efficiency go through the roof, if you think about it. So... what are your opinions on that?
I think he's a very good. He hasn't shot a lot of mid ranges throughout his career, but I know he's a pretty good shooter. I know in the playoffs he's actually been more like he will shoot that a little bit more, and to get his rhythm, I would like him to do it. Like if he's feeling off, he misses his last 2 or 3 shots, just to take a mid range jumper and get to the field. That's like what Westbrook does most times. I'm liking how this new team is playing without Clint Capella. It's been actually fun. I watched 2 Rockets games recently, and they're all very fun to watch. I love Westbrook's new intensity. Westbrook is like, he's the winner of this trade deadline, in my opinion. Do you agree with that, Akash?
Well, who's the winner? The Rockets?
No, Westbrook in general.
Westbrook's the winner?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Because his production is the one that's getting most increased by the trade.
Oh, by all the... Yeah, I'd say so for sure. Because as soon as the trade happened, like, his intensity, he just, like, flipped the switch. He was going full speed on everything, and he's playing, like, his hardest, like, right now, for sure. I'd give him that.
Okay, so another buyout that happened was Reggie Jackson. He got bought out by the Pistons, and now he's on the Clippers. I don't see how this helps the Clippers in any way possible. Reggie Jackson a below average point guard.
The Clippers are running into the same Celtics problem where their team is like so deep now.
Oh yeah, Reggie Jackson doesn't add any depth to anything. I'm sorry. I don't care.
I mean, Reggie Jackson adds depth for sure. He's a pretty decent point guard.
But he's been injured in the last like 3 years. Every year he's like playing 60, 40, 50 games.
Well, I wouldn't say he's bad though.
Yeah,
he's a good point guard. Should
he be a starting point guard? No. Coming off your bench, maybe. Yeah, he can be good in that type of role.
Yeah, for sure.
But do you think he'll get any playing time with this deep Clippers team in the playoffs?
Honestly, I think the Clippers will just stick to their like 9-man rotation. Maybe throw like some people in for defense, because I think that's why they're making all these moves, getting some good defensive players. But like, I mean, the rotation's pretty nice now. The 9-man rotations that they're running. So. Yeah.
What do you think is the end game lineup for the Clippers? There's like 2 options that I've been hearing right now. It's the Pat Bev, Lou Williams, Kawhi, Paul George, Harrell, or Pat Bev, Kawhi, Paul George, Morris, and Harrell. Who do you think?
I like the first one better, especially because they have a mix of shooting and defense. With Lou Will, who can be like you need to have Lou Will in your end game lineup, in my opinion. Because he's just so explosive, and on any given night, he can just catch fire in the fourth and stuff like that. And plus, that first lineup that you mentioned is like way more well gelled together. And so I think that lineup would be better for this season at least.
Yeah, I think Lou Will is in a clutch time situation. You would need like a type of player because the defense is going
microwave electric player type.
The defense is going to keep their eyes on Paul George and Kawhi. Obviously, you need like a third option you can throw to when an initial ISO with Paul George or Kawhi goes off. You just throw the Lou Will. He can do something with that. He's been pretty good in the clutch this year. Now we're gonna.
There's still a lot of use for the second lineup that you mentioned as well. Like definitely, if you're looking for defense, a second lineup is the way to go for sure.
Yeah.
You have big bodies on that lineup, and you can just throw them against like any star. Like if you wanted to stop Giannis, I think the second lineup would be good. If you want to just like stop Giannis.
Yeah.
Or like suppress his scoring ability a little bit.
Yeah, you're not stopping any star in this league.
You're not gonna stop him.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the other LA team. I think today they finally confirmed they got the Morris brother, Markieff Morris. I think this is a good addition. From what I remember of Markieff Morris is that he was on those Wizards team with John Wall. He's a 3-and-D stretch player. He doesn't have the ISO ability that his brother has, because his brother's actually a pretty good scorer. But this guy, I think this guy's more of a role player. I don't know. I think his brother's probably better than him, but they're still play very similar. He would do the same thing what the Morris twin on the Clippers will do is probably the same thing this Morris twin on the Lakers will do. They're just gonna be 3-and-D players. But now let's talk about the Lakers sides of things. I'm the LeBron fan here. I feel like this will help them a lot because now they have actual wing they can throw at like at these Paul Georges, Kawhis, whoever small forwards and power forwards that are stars in the league, Luka and those type of guys. Because now LeBron doesn't need to guard them because LeBron can mainly focus his energy on the offensive end. Because like before, their wing defenders were KCP, LeBron, and Kuzma. And I'm not sure about that rotation on the wings. So now we have like with Morris, now it's stronger, and it also adds more offensive potential with another 3-and-D player. What do you think how does this Morris twin help the Lakers, Karsh?
I mean, again, they're just adding to their depth at this point. So, I mean, he'll be helpful in some situations. I mean, sometimes this Morris twin is like really good. He can't miss a shot, but then other times I think he's fairly inconsistent. But the Lakers could definitely use a player like him. Yeah, like a type of, I wouldn't say he's a glue guy, but I mean, he's definitely like, he can command like the younger player. I mean, he's a veteran again, so he can definitely help the Lakers for sure.
Yeah. He's a good role player that's gonna help his Lakers. Now it's the last few games of the year now. Every team is gonna turn on like that playoff intensity, and these games are gonna become close, especially like these tiebreakers, because all the seeding is very close, and like whoever's gonna get the third or fourth, second seed is it's gonna be very important because home court advantage does help a lot for teams. It's gonna be a very interesting end, and this year is like the most unpredictable year in my opinion, because you don't have a clear answer who can win the chip. Like
this year's like 2012. 2012, then you really didn't know who was gonna win the championship back in 2012.
Yeah,
so, I think this year, like you had the Lakers, you had the Heat, you had the Celtics. Those all could have won the championship.
In 2012, you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, even the Bulls.
The Bulls could have, the Bulls had a chance.
Yeah.
For sure.
And even OKC almost, because they were in the finals that year, 2012.
Yeah, exactly. That year was really dynamic. They had the young players rising up in OKC. You had LeBron James in his MVP form. He won MVP that season. And yeah, you overall had a lot of teams that could have won the championship that year, and I feel like this year is a lot more like that, where you have a well-distributed firepower all around the NBA, and teams are pretty evenly matched now.
Yeah, so I think from each conference, I think there's like 3 possible teams that are gonna make the finals. For the West, I'm gonna be with the 2 LA teams, and I'm gonna say the Rockets have the best chances because they're the most experienced and like have the wets. Like the Jazz and the Nuggets are not gonna make the finals this year. That's not gonna happen. On the East side, let me know if you agree with this. I say the Bucks, Raptors, and Heat. I don't see the Celtics or Sixers.
I don't see the Celtics or the Sixers winning either. Just merely for the fact of lack of experience.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah. Okay, guys, that's gonna end the episode for this week. Thank you guys for listening. We'll come back next week in another episode. Thank you once again.
All right.